Is it clear? Then hit the phone. Look. The phone, right? So I can use the phone is on the other side where you just came from. Just hit any place on the screen. Success, we all want it. We all dream about it. But for many people, success feels far away. We think we need more money. We think we need better connections. We think we need perfect conditions. But here's the truth. Success often begins with nothing. And still, people rise. So today, I actually wanted to share with you the blueprint of success. A pattern I've seen again and again and again and again in entrepreneurship, in innovators, in leaders who started in leaders who started with very little. Their lives prove something powerful. Success is not reserved for the lucky few. It is possible for all of us. And their blueprint can be your blueprint too. So the first lesson we need to learn today is that we have to start with what we have. So many people wait. They wait for more money. They wait for more time. They wait for someone else to open a door for them. But here's the reality. The perfect moment never comes. There's no perfect moment in life. So I knew a man who came to the United States with less than $100. He had no family here, no business connections, nothing but his faith and his own two hands. So what he did was he worked the jobs nobody else wanted, right? He cleaned tables, he washed dishes, day after day. And slowly, he saved up. He saved enough money. And years later, he opened a small grocery store. So that grocery that he opened was not shiny, it was not big, but it was his grocery store. So from that one store, he grew another and another and another. And today as we're speaking, he employs dozens of people. He did not wait for the perfect connections. He started small. He trusted God with what little he had. He trusted God with what little he had. And God multiplied it. That is the first lesson I needed you to learn today. Start with what you have. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. The second lesson is clear. Success comes to those who solve problems. Again, success comes to people who solve problems. Let me take you to Eastern Congo, a land filled with beauty, rivers, forests, mountains, gorillas, but also marked with struggles. In many villages, there's no electricity. In my own village in Congo, there's no electricity. When the sun sets, life stops. Children cannot study. Families sit in darkness. Businesses close their doors. But a group of young men, engineers, refused to accept that situation. What they did is they had no investors, first of all, no shiny labs, only scraps, old wires, broken batteries, pieces of metals, and so forth. But with those scraps, they built solar panels. At first, just enough to power a single light bulb. But that one bulb meant everything to these young people. A child could study. A mother could cook safely. A family could sit together without fear. And this is a reality. And as soon as the light spread from one home to 10 homes, and from 10 homes to a whole village, and communities began to change. So what I'm trying to say is that what happened, this is what happens, okay? That's what happens when you solve real problems. People notice you, lives change, and success follows. So let me ask you this. What problems do you see every day in your neighborhood, in your community, in your surrounding? Are you ignoring those problems? Or could God be calling you to be the one who solves these problems? And this is exactly why I started Rad Talk. Rad Talk is a platform where we bring those stories to life, stories of resilience, stories of leadership, stories of success. We sit down with entrepreneurs, with innovators, athletes, doctors, engineers, activists, policymakers. We ask them about their journeys of success. What? We uncover their struggles and we learn from their own wisdom and the wisdom that they've gained over time, because these stories matter and they inspire us, they teach us, and they remind us that success is possible no matter where you start. So if you're watching tonight, right now, this morning, whatever time it is where you're watching us today, take a moment to subscribe, like and share this video, and tell me in the comment, what does success mean to you? Your support helps us spread those conversations, and I think together we can build a community of learning but also of inspiration. Now, let's move to the third lesson in the blueprint. And here's the thing, okay, the third lesson. Here is the third lesson. Success without service is empty. Again, success without service is empty. I've met men and women who grew up in refugee camps. They knew hunger, they knew fear, they knew what it feels like to be forgotten. But when they rose out of those conditions, they made a choice not to run away, not to forget, but to serve their communities, to serve where they are, to serve wherever they find themselves. One became a teacher. He went exactly back to the same camp where he once studied under a tent. And he told me, I want these children to believe in tomorrow. Another became a nurse. She could have moved far away, and lived in comfort like anybody. But instead, she organizes free clinics in those villages where she grew up. That is called leadership. Not chasing titles, but taking responsibility for others. Even Jesus gave us this model. He said, I did not come to be served, but to serve. Service is not a weakness. Service is a strength. Service is the highest form of leadership. And that is the third part of the blueprint. Serving others first. So here it is. Start with what you have. Solve real problems. Serve others first. That is simple. That is clear. That is powerful. Now let me ask you this. What are you waiting, and where are you waiting for the perfect moment? What problems are around you need to be solved? What problems around you need to be solved? What can you do to serve others with the gift you already have? Because success is not far away. It is very close. It begins with one step, one decision, one act of faith. Trust God. Use what you have. Take the steps that it is in front of you. Take the steps in front of you. Because success is not just about climbing higher mountains or higher grounds. It's about walking in God's will and making sure every step you take glorifies God. This is why we do Rad Talk, because every conversation here is a chance to learn, is a chance to grow, and to be inspired to live with vision, but also with courage. So once again, don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your communities and friends and family, and join the conversations in the comment. Your story matters, and we want to hear it. The blueprint is simple, my friend. The blueprint is also powerful. What you need to remember, the power belongs to God. The choice belongs to you. And what will you be doing? What will you build with it? And there. Then we're gonna go to the next suit. The one is in French. I'm gonna remove this suit. The French one is gonna be in